Hey, this is Gary Hess with Sports Radio 910 and WRVA, and this is my video high school preview for this week. We're at the halfway point of the season, and so it's naturally time to take a look at the playoff races. Let's go with the Colonial District first, where top-ranked Hermitage is 5-0, and clearly the team to beat in that district. They have emerged as the #1 team in our CBS 6 Sports Radio 910 poll this week. The Panthers are 5-0 in place and face a 4-1 John Marshall team this week. John Marshall coming off its first loss of the year last week at Mills Godwin, featuring star running back John Thompson. But Hermitage is going to take care of business in this game and move to 6-0. #2 Meadowbrook in our poll this week is at 5-0. Saw the Monarchs last week in our Kroger High School football game of the week, and they were very impressive. You talk about a team loaded with speed, led by quarterback Gerard Johnson and running back Tavante Loney. They play at Prince George and will move to 6-0 with an easy win against the Royals. They're #2 in our CBS 6 Sports Radio 910 poll. In the Central District, they're tied with Thomas Dale with no losses in the district. That game is on October 28th, will likely decide the district title. The rest of our top 10 poll this week, Byrd is ranked 3rd, followed by Varina and then Atlee. That's the top 5. Byrd is playing Midlothian. Yaki Johnson already over 1,000 yards in 5 games after 2,000 yards last year. That means in 15 regular season games, he's got over 3,000 yards rushing. He's an amazing running back for the Skyhawks. But Byrd has a loss in the district of Manchester, so doesn't control its own destiny to win the district title. They host Midlothian. The Trojans are in Division 5 playoff contention, off to a 3-2 start. That game, you got to figure Midlow's not going to have enough for Byrd. Playing at home, the Skyhawks figure to win that one and move to 5-1. Now, our Kroger game of the week, Friday night here on Sports Radio 910, 6:30 airtime, is going to be a huge Capital District game between 4th-ranked Varina and 5th-ranked Atlee. Atlee is undefeated, coming off that win over Hanover last week at 24-14, led by quarterback Reuben Rucker. They score loads of points, but that Varina defense is going to be a test for them. The Blue Devils have circled the wagons well. Injuries, suspensions, but Coach Stu Brown's got that Blue Devil team playing well. They're 4-1, ranked 4th this week. That's going to be a huge game Friday night here on Sports Radio 910. Now let's go through the rest of the schedule. 6th-ranked Hanover looks to bounce back from the loss to Atlee and will play host to Henrico. The Hawks should win easily. #7 Manchester and #10 Cosby play at Manchester High School. The Lancers started terrible, 0-2, but have come back, including wins over Byrd and Clover Hill last week, beating the Cavaliers 53-44 thanks to 4 touchdowns from Jamal Winston. Cosby, coming off its first loss of the year, sits 5-1. If Manchester wins this one, they'll be heavy favorites in their last 4 games and should be on its way to a Dominion District title. But with Manchester, you just never know. But Tom Hall's done a great job with this team. I think here the Lancers are going to win. 8th-ranked Holland Springs plays host to Armstrong. Springer should win easily. 9th-ranked Clover Hill with Joel Caleb at quarterback plays host to James River. The Cavaliers are 4-1, coming off the loss to Manchester. Should take care of the Rapids pretty easily. Glen Allen plays at Lee Davis. The Confederates have emerged as a Division 5 playoff contender, despite a 3-2 record. The Confederates should win here, as should Thomas Dale going to Dinwiddie. The Generals are depleted, got blown out by Meadowbrook last week. Thomas Dale's only losses are to Byrd and Varina, and the Knights have come back strong. 0-5 Patrick Henry plays at 1-4 Deep Run. Deep Run should win this game. Tucker and Freeman renew their West End rivalry at Tucker. Freeman has a 1-5 record, but I'm going to pick the Rebels here to win that game. Mills Godwin looks to improve to 4-2, playing at Thomas Jefferson. The Eagles should win that game easily. Huguenot goes to Monacan. Monacan should win that game. Hopewell's at Colonial Heights. I'm going to go with the Blue Devils there. Matoaka plays at Petersburg. I think Matoaka is going to go on the road and win that game. George Wythe travels to Greensville. George Wythe figures to lose that game as well. Couple quick notes outside the Central region. King William plays at home against Matthews. Both those teams are 6-0. Huge game. I think the Cavaliers will win that one and improve to 7-0. Look for Goochland and Powhatan to win this week as well. In the private schools, Collegiate St. Anne's Belfield. That game's going to be up in Charlottesville. St. Anne's Belfield should win that game. And a huge test for Benedictine. Homecoming on Saturday. They play host to Bishop Ireton. I think Benedictine will get that victory. You can hear all about it Friday night. We'll have the scoreboard show after the game. Our game of the week is Varina and Atlee. Join Gary Criswell and myself. Will be on the air at 6:30 Friday night, the Kroger game of the week on Sports Radio 910.